Where y'all at though? What's up? We ain't doing nothing but straight chilling, y'all. Doing a little tinkering. Figured I'd go live for nothing. It's hard on a two-dick billy goat out here. Georgia. What part of Georgia? St. Louis. It's like 10,000 degrees here in Kentucky. I'm over it. Columbus. Where is Columbus? I have no idea. I've been to Dalton, Georgia. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Appreciate you. We ain't doing nothing but sitting here, sweating my ass off. Doing a little tinkering. Fort Benning. Okay, I got you. Well, that's a good question. I still consider the truck more or less on the verge of not being a streetcar, and I'll show you why. My opinion, because it's still a streetcar, but it's not 100%, is, I mean, look. Yeah, it's comfortable. It's got carpet, harnesses, passenger seat, but I don't have a radio. I don't have a gauge cluster, and I mean, I don't have turn signals yet. I might order the painless kit. I do have headlights, obviously, because you got to have headlights. I've had these same headlight bulbs for over 5 years. I've got taillights. That's about it. That's all the lights that I have. I can turn my headlights off and just have running lights. Still have my running lights. So it's still street legal. It hasn't been registered in a while. That's just because it's not a daily anymore because the Ram. But I mean, my turbo Fox body is also this. This is a Subaru World Rally Blue. It was painted by some doofus like 8 years ago. But anyways, back to the streetcar question. I can legally drive it. It's insured and all that. Just ain't been registered in a while. But I mean, as far as being a daily, it's kind of far-fetched. I mean, I don't even have windshield wipers. So it's on the verge of not being a streetcar anymore. But I mean, other than the sound system and the HVAC, the interior is pretty much still there. And I want to keep it like this. I don't want to do a fiberglass dash or no dash. I want to keep that. There's still a whole lot of stuff to do, to cut out, to make it a little bit lighter in the front. Like all this useless material down here, that can be cut away. All this, that can be cut away. I can get a Rhodes lightweight core support, but I don't have $400 for a 3-pound piece of aluminum, which is, to me, a little ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, as far as this one, it's borderline. I mean, it's not even that fast. It doesn't have to be fast to be no longer a streetcar. Look at Cletus. He can drive his all over creation, mullet. And it's legal. Yeah, race car. She just gotten way too. Yeah. Yeah, everything has gotten a lot more expensive. I used to be really big into drag racing and street racing back like 2019, 2020. And it's pretty much not halted, but I mean, I've got the truck to where I want it. I don't have anything to post videos about because, I mean, everything is done. It is a LQ4 6-liter with a pretty good size 238, 254 cam. I'm 10,000 in my engine rebuild, basically for a street car. For my basic street car. Yeah, the whole no prep, I've never done it. It's not, to be honest, I mean, my town isn't very big, so there's this thing, 11-second car, is in the top 5 for the fastest cars in town. So there's not much here. There's a Trans Am, there's an IROC, there's a Cutlass, and I think there's a Fox Body. That's it. And I mean, that's all. And then the S10. There used to be a Blazer and some Mustangs, but I mean, there's not much around here. So I don't have a chance to go no prep racing at these tracks because street racing is kind of is gone for me, mainly because CDL. Oh, how much power does the S10 make? If I had to guess, anywhere from 430 to 440. But we have this to boost that 100, 200. Most it's made, I think, was about 540, 550 with this setup. And it went, it's faster all motor now than it used to be with the 5.3 on 150 shot, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it looks so much better in here than the old 5.3 did. I don't know how to add pictures, or I would. Can I do that? No, I don't know how to do that. You know, everybody asks me, oh, when you going to go turbo? Just turbo it already. Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I've got enough money into this as it is. And, you know, big turbo shit staying alive. Shoo! Lord have mercy, that's a lot of boost for stock. But no, if I did go power, like other power adder, it would more than likely, oh shit, what am I doing? It would more than likely be like a blower. Not like one that was on a Roots blower. I'm talking about it like a Pro Charger. I would definitely go Pro Charger before I go pretty much any other thing other than nitrous. I want this thing to be like a 1070 quarter mile all motor truck. And I think with a different set of heads and a converter, then it would absolutely, easily be able to do that. And then, you know, hit it with a 200, 250 shot of nitrous and go 970s, which is the goal. I want to go 970s. I'm hoping to make 16 pounds with my Vortec. So I have no idea what compression my truck is. It's a stock 6 liter with stock 862s milled enough to clean up. Other than that, I have no idea. I mean, I thought this converter was going to be good enough for what I was doing, because whenever I bought it, it was literally out of my exact setup. It was out of an S10, same weight, 5.3, 400 turbo transmission on a 150 to 300 shot of nitrous. And I was like, well, that would be absolutely perfect. But now that it's in here, it's a little too tight. I mean, y'all have seen the 60-foot 1.7s. All motor, off the trans brake. That's shit. It needs to be in like the 1.5s on motor and 1.3s to 1.4s to do what I want it to do on spray. I kind of miss that 4L60 converter. Obviously, it wouldn't work in this transmission, but that was a heck of a converter. 4,000 billet, big single disc, I believe it was. Yeah, I was told, because my tuner, he's like, he wants me to spray it before I change anything. And, you know, I agree with it. But, I mean, I already know it's going to struggle off the line until I get a different converter in it. And, you know, throwing a different converter in it isn't exactly $20. We have a lot of golfers here today. I think they've all pretty much all wrapped up. Hit up build transmissions in Illinois. He is super good. So I tried spraying off the line last time I sprayed when it went freaking 7-1 on nitrous. And I turned the nitrous activation at like 3,500, and it still took it 30, 40 feet to come on. So it's kind of aggravating. But yeah, I got my trans brake button right there, the little red button. Frick. Is it a reverse manual valve body? Yeah. It's got a 410 gear in it. Through a 9-inch. So it's got all the beef. But it's still, you know, like it's 410. So I've been thinking about doing 456s with like a 4200 stall, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what this doofus is doing. Hey, what are you doing? Crazy. But yeah, 410 gears, 3500 stall is what's in it right now. I think 4200 stall with like 456s. Yeah. I think that'll, I mean, I like doing 1/8 mile, but I also like doing 1/4 mile. I've only raced 1/8 mile one time this year. So, oh shit, what did I do? How can I send a text message? Give me just a second. Still here? Okay, cool. I ain't done nothing, and I'm sweating. I only got 8 mile near me. Oh, stupid. Ran 680 with, damn, 360 foot went 680. What'd you trap, like 110, 112? Yeah, I think I did better freaking foot braking it all motor than I have off the trans brake. I don't know, it's just the consistency of a trans brake. Yeah, 114. That's like, what, 620, 660, 1/8 mile per hour? Lord have mercy. If I can get close to that, I'll be happy. If I can get over 105 in the 1/8 on a 100 shot, I'll be happy. So right now I went 104 on a 100 shot. Literally, what, my second nitrous hit? So if I can get a little bit more than that. 10.2 at 148. Lord have mercy. It's like, what, 930s? .2 at 148. Lord. Because I went 1080 at 123 with a 5.3. So, that's what, it's over 20 mile an hour difference. That was all on the street. I really need to get to a 1/4 mile track. Yeah. I have a little spot up the road from my house that I always make my hits on. It's an 1/8 mile spot, but sometimes you can get 700, 800 feet to just feel how the big end's gonna feel. And you know, that truck only traps 118 all motor in a 1/4, which is not. It's a whole lot better than it used to be. It's getting close. I think whenever I do this converter change and put a different set of heads on it, and get some cool air, I think it'll go 120, 121 all motor, which will absolutely be awesome. I'd really like to see 130 in the quarter on a 100 shot. I'm ramping. What's your rear axle setup? It's let's see, ramping. My rear end is a 9-inch. A little rusty, a little surface rust, but it's a 9-inch with 410 gears, cow tracks, stock ZQ8 springs with the helper spring removed. Pretty basic. Probably gonna have to change out some stuff here soon. It did a one-wheel peel on me last time I was out, so I'm not liking that too much. Turn around. Come on, phone. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to go for a cruise today, but I ain't got no gas. I don't feel like going to get gas to put in it to drive it to the gas station. What kind of parts? I can't tell you the last time I did anything to this truck other than, you know, the stuff I've done today, which is I fixed the grill, kinda. I made it a little bit better. And I put some bolts in the fenders to the core support. Lord, 330s, turbo though. This truck originally had 342s in it. In the dirt. You dirt race? You know, I thought about doing that at the fair this year because they have a truck race on the dirt. It's like 300 foot, 200 to 300 foot. I can't remember. And they also have four-wheeler races. I used to race four-wheelers at the fair. Had a Banshee, and I loved it. But I thought about getting a set of like paddle tires, kinda, maybe like some kind of all-terrain or off-road tire. Putting it on putting it on like a stock wheel, like my old stocks that I had, and coming off the trans brake on the dirt, seeing what would happen. It's got enough power to walk around any diesel around here. You know, up on your channel because I do. Yeah. When, you know, I could drive it every day and it was on 150 shot. You know, fun now though. Like, I could take. Last time I went to Beach Bend, well, last time I went for all motor racing, I went to Beach Bend and we did back to back 11-second passes, and it was just absolutely awesome. There are golf carts everywhere. Oh, I'm running UTV paddles on my S10. No issue to play. Putting a Fox on this one. 250 shot. Yeah. No. I used to take the truck to Beach Bend. I mean, you know, it would run 1270s, 1260s, 1280s. And I would get walked by everything. And now, all motor, I go up there, it holds its own. You know, I might not win every race, but it gets the job done. You know, 118 mile an hour, and the back end is, you know, it's cooking all motor, just being a cam intake 6-liter. I really hope once ever I get these new heads put on, whenever I buy them, that it can make that gap to get 123 or so. See the dog? Crazy dog. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, this 6.0's got stock rods and stock pistons and stock ring gap. I took it all apart. I cleaned everything and I checked everything. Put new cam bearings in it. Put new rod and main bearings in it. Honed it out. Did all that. But I didn't do anything to the head. I cleaned the heads up and that was it. They've got dual valves, dual springs in it. BTR springs. They've been in there for a long time. I would love to have a ported set of 243s. I want ported, polished, whatever, milled, big valves. I want it all. I'm thinking about sending these or another set to Wilkes Performance, I think is what it's called. He's somewhere down there in Georgia. Georgia or Alabama, I can't remember. I drive everywhere. Hard numbers to run a class of heads up. I haven't done a whole lot of like index racing. I've never done bracket, but I did a index race one year. It was like 4 years ago. Back when I, 5.3 small cam, really small cam, and I went down there that day to Beach Bend. I was like, man, it's gonna run 12 O's. It's gonna run 12 ones. Yeah, no, it ran 12 90s, 13 O's. I was so sad, but they came up. They were having a shootout, and they said, hey, we got enough cars. If we got enough cars to do a 13.0 index, we'll do that. I said, I'll do it. Yeah. We jumped in the 13.0 index. I made 3 rounds and then finally got put out. I mean, this truck is so inconsistent because one day it'll run 720s, the next day it'll run 760s. So it's pretty consistent across the board with mile per hour, just not ET. I mean, it's the best it's went is 1148 and a quarter with a 729 eighth mile, and went 116 in the 116 mile an hour and a quarter. And then the next time we went out, it went 118 in the quarter, and what'd it go? 1160 or 1170. So I don't know what's going on with it. Orientation locked. Oh, I ain't trying to do that. Damn technology. Oh. I don't get into bracket racing. I just don't understand it. I've got some friends that bracket race, but I just simply don't know what any of it is. Turbo for me, no. If I did any boost like that, it would be a Pro Charger. Just because I like the way they sound. I'm not a big... I love seeing turbo cars and turbo trucks, but personally, I don't want that. I want to keep that all-motor nitrous rip sound that you kind of lose with a turbo because it just becomes airflow out of the exhaust. And with a Pro Charger, you won't have that. What time is it? Wife thought I'd be off work here soon. So I'm probably going to pull this thing back in the garage here in just a second. But real quick, I'm going to put the hood on. You see how big of a pain in the ass that is. All right, hit the hood. Left my ratchet on there. I love these hoods. They're so freaking light. It's not best, not a good idea to use a screwdriver, but it's all I got. Just like that. Appreciate it, appreciate it. I'm gonna fire it up, so if you want to hear it, stick around. Fuse back on. Fire it up here in about a minute. Just pull it back in a garage. Figure out where to put the camera. Know my luck to get knocked over. All right, good enough. February, like February 9th. We're excited as can be. Cannot wait. Been trying for like it's not about 3 years, so it's probably been at least 2.5. We've been trying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh crap. I always take my battery cable off because I have some kind of parasitic draw somewhere, and I haven't been able to pinpoint it. This is the third battery that I've had on here in the past 1.5 years. So I'm done trying to get it to work. But that is going to be all for this live stream. Thanks for sticking around and chit-chatting. And be on the lookout for the next video, whenever that might be.